Ripley made her triumphant comeback to WWE Raw last night. After last month's backstage assault on NXT, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez benched the Eradicator. The Nightmare may have other intentions, even if the longtime enemies are now scheduled to face off in the Women's War Games match at the Survivor Series, War Games PLE. After a women's battle royal on WWE Raw on November 4, 2024, Io Sky became the top challenger for Liv Morgan's Women's World Championship. They were originally scheduled to participate in the forthcoming Women's War Games bout, but their championship bout has been postponed for the time being. Naomi, Rhea Ripley, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair will be defending the title, while Raquel Rodriguez, Candice LeRae, Nia Jax, and Tiffany Stratton will be there to assist the champion. The Eradicator may already be planning for the championship bout indicated before, even though this is a major contest. Rhea has the option to assist damaged CTRL member Sky in her quest to reclaim the title of Women's World Champion after the Women's War Games match. This would give Ripley a significant advantage against Liv in their next rematch, which might come with additional conditions. Neither woman needs a championship to boost her profile or her standing in the industry. She is already famous and respected for her work. Morgan and Ripley may enhance the personal nature of their rematch by focusing less on the gold and more on their past. Nevertheless, at the present time, this is just speculation. Rhea Ripley's return to television Friday night was met with much joy by her admirers. But the surprising reintroduction of the Nightmare wasn't something that Vince Russo was particularly fond of. Vince Russo said on an edition of Legion of Raw, which airs on Sportskeeda Wrestling, that he thought WWE just assembled all the ladies to fight for a quick and easy approach to build for War Games. What happens next between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan on WWE Raw is something to look forward to. Rhea Ripley has changed the face of wrestling as one of the most powerful and captivating talents in WWE. As an ally of the Judgment Day group, Ripley has often shown that she is a formidable force capable of changing the trajectory of WWE history, going beyond her role as a top-tier women's champion. A previous world champion may be able to reclaim their position at the top of the roster, thanks to her increasing power, which has led fans to speculate that she may soon play a key part in orchestrating a huge title shift. Is it possible that Rhea Ripley's domination and shrewdness will cause a power change in WWE? Let's see what this interesting turn of events may lead to. The ascent of Rhea Ripley has been an enthralling spectacle to see. In her role as mommy of the Judgment Day group, she has honed her manipulative skills to a fine art, skillfully directing chaos to her and her allies' advantage. Her impact goes much beyond the women's division. She has played a pivotal role in establishing the Judgment Day as WWE brand champions. There has been talk that she would soon focus on the World Championship scene, but this time for a male opponent rather than herself, due to her previous participation in high-profile tales. In her previous performances, Ripley has shown that she is not afraid to go outside of her typical wrestling character. She has hit male celebrities, medaled in men's matches, and shown no qualms about getting her hands dirty with anybody. Supposedly, Ripley is now plotting to assist a previous world champion in regaining her fame. Part of deciphering the possible twist is figuring out who the ex-world champion is that Ripley may consult. There have been a number of suggested candidates, and each one has strong arguments. Recently, Drew McIntyre has found himself in a tricky situation. His persona has shown a darker, more angry side after losing the WWE World Heavyweight Championship again. Judgment Day alignment with Ripley McIntyre gets the much-needed advantage as he completes a full-blown heel change. With Ripley at the helm, McIntyre has a chance to become unbeatable and reclaim the crown he once proudly wore. A fellow Judgment Day member, Finn Balor, has been tinkering with the idea of atonement ever since his loss to Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. Ripley might just use his influence to make sure Balor gets even and reclaims the World Championship trophy. The group's supremacy would be further cemented, and her position as the faction's genuine mastermind would be cemented. Rollins, Seth. The notion of friends betraying each other is nothing new to WWE, even though Rollins is the current champion of the World Heavyweight division. By teaming up with a new powerhouse, Ripley may pull off a startling betrayal of Rollins, causing him to fall from grace and paving the way for a new champion to emerge. Orton-Randy. Assuming Randy Orton's comeback is true, teaming up with Ripley would be an audacious decision. With Ripley on his side, Orton might bring a new aspect to his character, who has traditionally flourished in parts that are chaotic and evil. Ripley has a history of interfering in high-stakes matches, so it would not be surprising if she helped arrange a huge championship change. Her past actions indicate that she is prepared to sacrifice all for the sake of her comrades' triumph. Some possible developments in this plot are as follows. First, interfering with a championship match. By utilizing her wits and might to intervene immediately, Ripley may change the outcome of a championship match. Having Ripley in the contest would make it more exciting since he could do anything, distract the referee, land a low hit, or even assault an opponent directly. 2. Establishing a new partnership. Ripley may pose as the team's manager and strategist if she managed to get a previous world champion to join the Judgment Day. With this partnership, Ripley would have much more say over WWE's main event storyline and the championship scenario. 3. An unexpected detour. Surprising friendships and betrayals are what make WWE tick. The current champion might get Ripley's support to save their crown, but then Ripley could betray them and side with their opponent. Ripley would become one of the most interesting and surprising characters in WWE only because to the shock value. 4. The Battle of the Mind. Besides being physically dangerous, Ripley is also a psychological danger. Through the strategic use of her words and deeds, she might bring down a champion by playing mind games with them. It would be disastrous for WWE if Ripley pulled off a major championship change. Harnessing the final judgment, a global title would be the cherry on top for the Judgment Day, who have already established themselves as a strong faction in WWE. Revitalizing the defending champion. In addition to boosting Ripley's reputation, assisting a previous world champion in reclaiming their championship would revitalize the wrestler's career. New rivalries and plot points might emerge as a result, adding an element of surprise and excitement to the product. Future feuds. Ripley's participation in the title sequence opens the door to additional quarrel possibilities. Her impact would bring depth to WWE's narrative, as champions and challengers would both have to deal with her. Dismantling conventional obstacles. Incorporating Ripley into a world championship narrative would be another step towards eliminating gender bias in WWE. It would solidify her position as an innovator and pave the way for future encounters between genders. A lot of excitement among fans has naturally ensued around the possibility of Ripley triggering a huge title change. The internet is buzzing with theories, with many people hailing the possible turn as a daring and original decision. Rhea Ripley is more than the WWE's future. She is the company's present. Her involvement in the championship run by Drew or Finn would be unprecedented. Put Ripley and Orton in the same room. No one would be able to escape the clutches of the Viper and Mommy. Ripley and WWE have a particular relationship. Speak, wrestle, and manipulate. That's her power. She could have finally found her calling with this plot. Naturally, there are dissenting opinions. Having Ripley participate in the men's championship scene has some supporters concerned that it would draw too much attention away from her women's division domination. Others worry that depending too much on outside involvement would weaken the effect of the final winner. A watershed event in WWE history may have occurred when Rhea Ripley was involved in a huge championship change. An intriguing plot twist may arise if she aids a past champion in regaining their glory, forms a new alliance, or just keeps asserting her supremacy. Triple H and the creative staff at WWE have a once-in-a-lifetime chance to use Ripley's star power for their benefit and set new standards for professional wrestling. If carried out properly, this plot has the potential to elevate all parties concerned and make an indelible mark on WWE's history. The rumors may go on, but one thing is certain: anarchy is certain if Rhea Ripley is involved. In anticipation of Mammy's return to WWE, fans will be tuning in intently.